when humanity stood on the edge of extinction. They didn't choose to fight, they chose to plant the seeds of hope. A group of teenagers were placed in hibernation and later awakened into a world left in ruins, where there are no rules, no relatives, nothing but survival instinct. The story begins with our side character Natsu today is an introverted master. During summer vacation, instead of going out with friends, she stayed home lying around and playing with her cat. If you don't play with the cat, then go to sleep. And when you close your eyes open, she was in a strange room. From outside, a man came in and told her to leave because of the ship about to sink. Confused, not understanding what was going on, she walked out. Before her eyes was an island. Some people got into the lifeboats and tell Natsu to leave here quickly. She went upstairs and met 2 more people. They and she had no idea what was going on. And what Natsu remembers is only yesterday. She was eating something on a ship. All 4 people hid in a hut on the boat until the storm passes. 4 friends see why they are here. And no one remembers what and why they were on that ship. Long-haired boy suspicious. This big sister looks very calm. Looks like this isn't the first time this has happened to her. Put aside doubts. The 4 of them rowed a boat together to a nearby island. To the shore before them was a dead end. And there is no other way but climb. In just a few minutes, the long-haired guy revealed his true colors. The big sister was climbing when he touched her butt. She didn't care, and said she would pay this time. Then continue Leo. When it was Natsu's turn, he did the same, causing her to fall. Until the black-haired brother told him to stop. Then he stopped. Then all 4 climbed up. When the direction of the sun has been determined, 4 people introduce each other. Black-haired brother Alta is a second-year high school student. And Natsu is a first year with long hair. His name is Asai. He knew Natsu was the one being bullied. And luckily he was a bully. We stop him. At this moment the big sister spoke up. You are Botan. Since I am the oldest here, I will be the commander. Later, Botan assigned Alta and Natsu to find a water source. And you go with Asai. Go deep into the auto forest. Said Natsu was a bit shy. But I still think she is better. Then both found the water source. Alta will stay and Natsu will go find the other 2. On the side of the tan name Asai seems very free. With the current situation, he also took out a knife to fool her. That she wasn't afraid and told me to jump in and bite. Natsu saw both of them from afar. And for some reason she didn't dare to scream out loud. The pond from behind called them instead of her. All 4 then signaled for help. Because Asai kept Leo whining and saying he was hungry. So they split up to go find food. Asai makes Natsu stay and knit shoes again. She just sat there doing it without knowing what to do. Botan's return is also confusing to her. While Natsu could only say 2 words. Sorry. From the time of arriving on the island until now, she seems to be a loser. With BA criteria not while in school. No friends. No communication and no tricks. Miss Bota said she needs to learn to take care of herself. Here you can only believe in yourself. And don't rely on any A. Then she told her to go find food for herself. I found a wild banana tree in the pond. Because Leo couldn't get it, he pulled out a knife and chopped it off. And Natsu did something like a symbol. On the other side, There was a girl running for her life to escape. A swarm of insects. When approaching a rock. Then there is no more chasing. She breathed a sigh of relief and took the water jug out to get some water here. Suddenly from behind her, a giant mantis appears. She dodged an attack from it. Then 2 people came to help her. The BA then solved the 3 praying mantises. And from the conversation of all 3. Then this girl is Hannah. She is an entomologist. The archer brother is Tsunemata. Finally, the uncle holding the torch is Yanagi. Yanagi intended to burn all the insect corpses. But Hannah stopped her. Because they should prioritize finding water and food. Uncle does not want to hear. However, Tsunemata also agreed with Hannah. The 3 of them started arguing. Then an insect with a little strength left used the tail to stab Yanagi. From behind, the uncle blamed Hannah for this. All 3 bring water back for all THREE people who are at the uncle's place. The one with the hair covering her eyes is Haru, and the girl with the black hair is Fujiko. Last is Momotaro. Anagi warns this is the last time. He went out to get water for all 3. According to my uncle, it has been THREE since they arrived here. Without a single plane or boat passing by. He suggested we leave here. Hannah said they should stay here one more day. Because she felt it was going to rain. It will be very dangerous if there is a storm. But Yanagi slapped her because he was the commander here. Hari stopped him but got kicked too. Tsunemata said nothing, so all has left the island. Besides Ra, there are still 2 people, Chisa and Habiri. The girl has been in a coma since arriving on the island. Even though the body is very cold like dead, but she checked and the pulse was still beating. That night while Hannah was watching the storm. Then Yanagi attacked her. He started acting strangely after being stung by a bug. Then suddenly the storm came. Habiri's hut was knocked off the raft. Yanagi said leave her alone. Hannah refused to accept and jumped down to save the girl. Until she pulled. When the girl got on, all the rafts were broken. They returned to Insect Island. There were many creatures waiting for them here. Ainagi said again. Hannah uses Habiri as bait to help them escape. Hannah objected and then the 2 argued. Then she accidentally kicked him down while trying to defend herself. She panicked and wanted to save us. But everyone held her back. Because that is the consequence we deserve. The group pulled out to sea to find the pieces of the raft. Hannah still has 7 gods for killing people. However, Yanagi, somehow still alive and crawling back. Elsewhere, a group of people woke up from a storage room. Then a guy walked in. This name isn't Black. So maybe because of some grudge. So this group of people pulled out their guns and shot him dead. Hannah Yanagi returns as a different person. Still grumpy. But he said he killed all the insects. And find the key to escape the island. And Natsu sighed. My pond was poisoned by the mushroom she brought home. She still does not stop sorry. Or Tatarana and Co. because he volunteered to try it. He also told her about his suspicions with Botan. You don't look like you're here for the first time. Then Otto talk about his girlfriend. I wonder if she's okay, Hannah. The group decided to go to Theo Yanagi. Despite doubts, as he survived the insects. So Hannah had to go Theo. But the more she walked, the more strange she felt. Especially he led them to the rock full of insects. Before. As for Natsu, she wrote down the inedible things. Alta is also getting better. Both sat down to think of a name for that mushroom. Find the pot. She looked at the food and saw that it wasn't enough for everyone. Here not enough. Natsu remembered the time her sister put her on the lifeboat. She also said there aren't enough people. While she was calling Asai to wake up, she told Joe Otto. He suspected she was hiding some secret. Then he called Natsu to get his things and prepared to run away. He was afraid she might be a kidnapper. Both pretended to go find more food and then ran away. They need to find food and water first. On the way, they talked about their boyfriends and girlfriends. And Alta's girlfriend is Hannah. If Natsu had a boyfriend, I would be quite surprised. Of course she doesn't. Then both of them talked and walked. Sai knew she was hiding something. Because from the moment I set foot on the island, they haven't heard yet. Bird or any reptile. And Natsu. Alta planned they would go to Kia Mountain. Natsu suddenly almost fell into a carnivorous flower tree. If she hadn't been saved by Alta. But I find this thing unusually big. Suddenly our pond was attacked by another carnivorous plant. Natsu hurriedly searched for a knife but was caught afterwards. Botan sighed. It's no better when a bunch of rats come along. It took a long time for the two of them to clean up the mice. At this time, Botan revealed himself as a police officer. Asai started to bow sorry. Botan is also worried about Alta and Natsu. Both were rescued by another survivor. That person also finished off the mice that came. Then he simply prepared them and grilled them. On the other side, Mrs. Biotan is also grilling meat. Asai lamented about his life while eating. His parents were divorced. He lives with his mother, who is an alcoholic. If you don't drink all day, beat him up. She once said. Sold him to the government for 100 million yen. Bodhisattva heard and grasped some information. On Natsu's side. Then she also knows this island is an experiment. Of the government. Before I could ask, Botan and Asai had already arrived. And this guy is Moru. He challenged himself from the group. Asai also knows about Alta and Natsu's escape plan. Both also said Are suspected Botan. She couldn't hide it anymore, so she told everything. Actually, their group should have 7 people. Except for Ra, because she is their tour guide. It all started with a scientist's prediction. There will be a meteorite hit the Earth. With a diameter of 10 kilometers. Asteroids will cause massive earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and great floods. Moreover, it also creates a huge dust cloud. Cover the whole Earth. No sun. Global temperatures will drop by 10 to 20 degrees. Many measures have been taken. And after many options, they have considered the worst-case scenario. If the type is deleted, they came up with a way to keep humans from becoming extinct. And it's called the 7-6 Project. Project to select young people. Healthy and hibernate. They will sleep through a period of Earth suffering. Disaster. When determining whether the Earth's environment is habitable, they will be thawed and taken out. Like seeds. Survive the winter and germinate in the spring. And people like Natsu are the lifeblood of humanity. And this Botan is the one who guides and supports them. She added that this project is being carried out in many countries. In Japan, there are 5 teams divided into seasons: spring, summer, autumn and winter. Some are divided into two teams, A and B. And they are Team B. All members are selected by computer, according to individual characteristics. I guess 7 people based on 7 human sins. They were captured and taken away in their sleep. We do not accept this. And Masu told him to accept reality. Can't accept not seeing girlfriend. Alta ran away, Nitsu chased after them, and both went out to sea. Alta burst into tears helplessly while Hana was on her side. People began to have doubts. Tsunemata asked what project Yanagi was referring to. No time to say anything, then he led the group to a corner of a tree. Then point to it and say, "Inside is the key to their survival." The group still followed him inside. Hana smelled a very strong scent from Iyanagi. And when Harry turned on the lighter and his hand twitched, Hana remembers when she was a child. Her father explained about it. A wasp paralyzes a worm. The wasp will lay eggs in the caterpillar, and the larvae, when hatched, will eat the worm. Hana discovered the truth and told everyone to stop. And here is the trap discovered. Bugs crawled out of my uncle. And other bugs appeared and surrounded everything, as if they were dead. Uncle Yanagi said with his last breath. Spring Team is hibernating in Tokyo, meaning where they are is near the coast of Kanto region. If you go west, the whole group will escape this island. After saying that, he burned himself to make torches for the insects, scared to run away. And his last words were to go find the 7 magic peaks. It is their way of life. The group successfully escaped from the cave. Even though they were sad, they couldn't do anything. They then discussed going to find the 7 Fuges. Since their place is near Mount Ogino Fuji, they will go there first. After a while, the group was ready and set off. This time Hana couldn't smell the rain anymore. Otto wakes up from a dream about Hana. Natsu came to call him because something happened to Botan. After knowing the truth, then Otto no longer has the same spirit as before. Sister Botan has sketched a map. They will climb the highest mountain to see the whole view. Even if her eye changes, Natsu's clumsiness will remain still there, while Leoshi tripped. This time no one helped her, so she needs to stand up for herself. Sister also said that she needed to be independent if she wanted to survive. At this moment, Natsu heard a cry for help. Muzu also heard, so they immediately ran to find. There are THREE people surrounded by crocodiles. Because she couldn't climb up, Botan jumped down. Rescue them. By introduction, this girl is Tendo. The boy is Chamaki, art college student, and little girl is Hotaru. They are the remaining members. And now the Summer B team is complete. Asai complained of hunger, so Botan split the group to find food. And you stay and explain to the other 3 people. Natsu watched from afar, but she still didn't understand. Why did the government choose someone like her? The AI family also considers her clumsy. She couldn't even help her grandmother go fishing. Saying this, Natsu ran out to the beach. She tried the water and knew it wasn't seawater. Bring information back to the group. After a while of discussion, they decided to sail away from here. Chamaki wrote back before leaving. Some info in case another team comes here. Alta also took the opportunity to write a letter to Chohana. Asai asks Natsu to write something, but his way of speaking is quite careless. So Alta stepped out to stop him. Natsu is glad Otto is back to normal. After a while of preparation, the group set off. They will go northeast. And after a while they came to the island. Next, everyone split up to find food. Natsu also gradually learned about many types of mushrooms. Asai came to tease her again. Otto stopped him. Then Mizu hunted some meat. The whole group grills together. Alta asked Botan why they needed to go to the northeast. She explained that they would be gathering in the north of Kyushu. Should be released near the East China Sea. All teams are divided. Spring team in Kanto. Winter team in Hokkaido. I don't remember fall and summer. Otto asked more why only summer is divided into 2 teams. The model continues to be for members. Each team must meet certain criteria. Who has a complete family and is well educated. Appearance, and finally be good at something. And cases like Asai are called special groups. Those are the problem kids, and that's the Summer B team. Asai lacks love. Natsu Super Team Direction. We have hurt many people. At this time, Chimaki returned and told the group to go to the lake to see. Here, they saw an arm rising from the water. Alta and Asai volunteered to swim down to find out. The rest of the people rowed the boat Ra. I swam halfway down the Asai lake, and was so shocked that I swam up. He said it was the Statue of Peace. And determined where they were staying was Nagasaki. And they have determined the time. They are living in post-apocalyptic. And other cities was also sunk into the sea like this. Sister Botan gave Ray the next direction. There is to Fuji. Mount Fuji in Oita Prefecture. They can call it Mountain Traveler. Because the reserves are kept in the shelter. Number 7 Fuji Peak. Japan. The whole group continued on their way. Otto seemed very sad when he thought Hana was dead. On the go. Natsu stumbles again. And thanks to that she also found the Buddha statue. At the foot of the statue, Ms. Biotam found the shelter's lid. Below they found seeds and had a lot of tools. All the stuff here will help them rebuild things like agriculture, fisheries, forestry, and many more. They will use this place as base. At this time, Chimaki suggested to separate the group for a few days, because his hometown is nearby. Alta and Natsu went with him. After a few days of walking, they arrived at their destination. Even if things change, then with Chimaki's artistic brain, he still remembers very clearly. The BA planted some seeds before returning. And in the shelter they found Tendo. Was tied up while trying to monopolize the seed warehouse. When knowing Botan's plan, we'll stay here for a while. And Otto suggested that he would go back to Tokyo to visit his hometown for a while. Natsu also suggested going with Alta. She made the excuse that her hometown was near Tokyo. But in fact she just wanted to be close to Alta and Hana group. Then she gradually realized the world they live in is post-apocalyptic. Because Yokohama Landmark Tower is submerged underwater. Natsu and Alta are preparing to go to Kobe Fuji. Because both are closest to that place among the 7 Fuji mountains. Natsu had a lot on his mind that night. The following days, she learned a lot of survival knowledge from Alta. At night, the two talked about the book that Alta had read. Bring. Natsu also found some potatoes. While both were happy then Asai. Out of the bush. It turns out because he doesn't want to be destroyed. Ordered so secretly followed both. They also didn't have any opinion but let him go. The next day, the three of them continued walking and saw a bridge. Seems to be man-made. As they continued, they met someone working. He saw all three and immediately told them to run away. But it seems too late. When there is a man and a tall woman appeared. The BA were then led to a small village. Asai saw the people here. Listening to two tall people is a bit interesting. Then they learned the man was IQ. And they know this village. Built under a shelter. As in Botan. Even more surprising is the full team of these two. Woke up 3 years ago. Both went to many places but didn't meet any team except BA. Then it's time. And BA saw the scene. When the people in here, failure to meet daily work quota will result in a penalty. If it's wrong, then sneak away somewhere. We tried to stop the woman but she kept doing it. Natsu noticed that the teen's instructor was Azayoi. But the woman said, "This name, Ra, is just a weakling besides knowing everything." And disclaim responsibility. We try to encourage people to stand up for their rights. But no one dares. Asai was also caught trying to steal food. Then all right save. AQ tight te Asai. Auto tried to reconcile, they just wanted to go to the apartment. But the woman said even if he got there, then cannot live. Why she didn't say. He was then tied up with Asai. I see this name. Also strong, but why obey others? At this moment someone spoke up. They don't obey but they live for IQ. And the woman is a fraud. Both of these people help them live so they have no opinion. So outsiders, no need to give their opinion. Time and IQ then use English to communicate. After knowing that all BA are in the group, special individuals then both lose interest and leave. All three struggled to escape the ropes. Late at night, Isaiah saved them Ra. He brought them water. Asai is rude but not stupid enough to drink. He suspected there was something in the water. And indeed the water is poisonous. Izzy oil is trying to poison people. Otean Asai stopped him. He was so tired of this life that he wanted to die. If I punch him, if he wants to die, then die alone. Don't drag others along. All three destroy the potion before escaping from there. The next day the three of us arrived at a cliff. They are definitely on the right track. And told two people to prepare the boat. But now they need someone to stay. Hold the rope to lower the boat. Of course Asai is a strong candidate. He can't miss it. What if you both leave him here? Isaac came to this moment. He asked BA to go to many places. And when something good happens, then go back and tell him. He took off his glasses. This helped him hide. And run away from responsibility. Now he wants all three. We'll have a good journey. And stay positive like that. And then the BA all went to East Japan. They went to Asai Hamamatsu's hometown. But they didn't stay long and continued on their way. He wished his mother wouldn't spend 100 million yen. Sell yourself into it. Drinking. They continued on and found another shelter. This place is one of the 7 Fuji peaks. I guess this could be Mount Ogino, or Mount Kueki. And now, according to his guess, they are in the province. Kanagawa. When the hatch was opened, the place was flooded. Auto volunteered to dive down to find. While floating, remember Hana is still there. And then the auto got inside. When they returned to Rialta, they said they would stay. Prepare essentials to go to Tokyo. And Hana, Then she and Haru were walking into the flooded city. Find people. While Hana is worried, Haru is more carefree. His family has a musical tradition. And even though Cho didn't like it, he was still forced to learn. And when here, he doesn't touch those tools anymore. Then he felt freer than ever. Run out of, at night, both of them hid in a church. And Hana also said who she wanted to meet right now. Especially her boyfriend. Hi. She also said it seems Haru isn't dislike music either. Because since I met him, she always sees he tried to protect his hands. It isn't used to play the piano. She encouraged him, and late at night, Haru performed a piece of music on the church piano. Hana was immersed in his music. Then everyone gathered together. Because Tokyo is no longer a choice. Their next stop was Mount Fuji. Hana praised Haru for his great performance. And she insisted if he was alive, then music won't die. And when Hana's group just left, Alta's group just arrived. Alta volunteered to swim down to find it. I think Hana's remains will be here. So I will die here with her. Suddenly a giant fish appeared and attacked Otto. Someone shot that fish from above. All four sat down and talked. This person is on the winter team. And he was the only survivor. He woke up 15 years before them. He said the rainy season is coming, so there will be a lot of monsters appearing. Hana's group found a shelter. This is the flooded shelter on the other side. East Japan that Natsu's group passed through. Hana dived into the water first. Then the rest followed. Here she found a piece of paper left by Natsu. She left the position that the Botan sister group is in the mountain archives. This has been confirmed that what Uncle Yanagi said is correct. The group searched around and discovered a warehouse of books. There are all kinds of human knowledge in here. Tsunemata gathers everyone together because he had determined that they had survived through the apocalypse, so now they can't go back normal life anymore. He suggested that they should settle here. Everyone agrees. Hana was still a bit indifferent. She went out and looked around. Also thought like Alta that he was dead. So she has no reason to live. But when she came back to have dinner with everyone, see them laughing and encouraging each other, then she has a little hope. She hopes Alta is still alive. Then Hana suggested when settling here, they will increase the range of their habitat. The wider the better. And Natsu sighed. Ale woke up Alta and Natsu because he felt this guy was untrustworthy. His survival alone. Maybe he killed others and eat them. He has nothing to prove. But for safety we also agree. All BA then quietly left while the other. He remembers 15 years ago. When he woke up, several people were dead. The person who did this is a tiger. They all used stones to chase it away. Winter Team only has 3 people left after waking up. After he bandaged the wounded wolf. Then with the rest, to the reserve at Mikan Mountain. One of the 7 Fuges. His name is Taka. And Taka has a friend named Fubuki. Both were excellent members of the baseball team. And the girl is Misuru. Is a member of the CA drama troupe. The whole BA went to the shelter. Taka and Fubuki or use baseball skills to hunt, and very effective. Taka throws and Fubuki swings the stick. All three survive day by day. One rainy night I heard a wolf. He ran out, then discovered the hut of all three, surrounded by floodwaters. Fubuki quickly used rope to tie all three together, to overcome together. But Taka hesitated because he couldn't swim. Fubuki came back to reassure him. He can't swim either, but they have to survive. Thanks to this encouragement, Taka regained his spirit. Then together with Mitsuru and Fubuki crossed the flood. All three continue on their way. The cold weather is gradually turning into winter. Once all three were grilling meat. The tiger from before came back and attacked Caca. Fubuki Laori attacked and told the other two to run ahead. He will soon catch up with them. Taka didn't want to, but was dragged away by Mitsuru. The wolf from last time also rushed out to help Fubuki. And Taka. He has a high fever due to the wound caused by the tiger. Mitsuru first aid for him. Both of them hid in a cave. The snow was falling longer and longer. Know that I cannot live anymore. Mitsuru dressed up and danced one dance before dying. Below zero. Taka was shocked when I left him too. While he was sobbing, Fubuki returned. After chasing the tiger away, he is still fine and told me CA. Hurry to the shelter. Because there is no time. Regret. Both continued on their way. This time Taka decided to take the lead to protect Fubuki. They continued their long journey. The tiger came again this time soon. Taka stood up to protect Fubuki. He easily took it down with a spear. Finally, after a long journey, both of them reached the shelter. Fubuki smiled happily and disappeared. Then Rei, Taka's companion throughout the trip, was a wolf that you once saved. It also died after being seriously injured. Taka hugged it and cried, thanking it for everything. Now there are 2 more wolf cubs coming. Taka decided to live with them. And so 15 years passed until now. Cassie A still survives and the wolf pack grows bigger and bigger. And on a rainy day while hunting, Caca heard the cry for help. He rushed over and saw Hana being chased by a dinosaur. Caca quickly intervened to help. She then led him back to the spring team's base. Taka also shaved his hair back to look younger. Hana Group built some houses. Because it has been raining a lot lately. With 15 years of life experience, he said the rain would still last long. Then the group met together. Taka said his winter team is in Hokkaido. Like Asai, the group also suspects Taka. Why? That he can bear this world. Up to 15 years. In free time, Hana often practices her boomerang throwing skills. Because it often helps her little. In some dangerous cases, Hana accidentally threw it, and it got caught on the tree. Taka threw rocks to help her get it back. And when you look at his throw, Hana immediately realized he was a player. Because she used to watch Taka and Fubuki's match with Alta. Fujiko also knows a girl named Mitsuru. She is a very famous drama actress. Considered legendary. Unfortunately, they are no longer alive. At that time, Taka was the same age as Hana. But now he is 15 years older than her. And Haru, while playing with the wolf cubs, he found a wolf gnawing on a piece of coal. Feeling suspicious, he called Taka and Hana to check. They came to a burnt-out mess. Looks like someone has been here. Taka suspects Natsu's group. Hana also found a piece of paper that had not burned completely. Looking over here, she realized, Ray, this is a page from a book that Alta often reads. She asked Taka carefully about the appearance of the two people following Natsu. Taka describes a person who is extremely similar to Alta. Made Hana very happy. But when he talks about saving Auto, she dismissed the idea that it was automatic. Because he is very good at swimming. Note this is when Alta is set to fall. Fall underwater because they thought Hana was dead, guys. Because it was raining, they returned to base. While running, Hana accidentally tripped and touched something very slimy. She didn't think much and left. Returning, Hana still couldn't help but suspect that person was Alta. At night, the girls talk about love. While laughing, Hana discovered many strange symptoms in his hands. The next day, she returned to the same place, then saw a dinosaur also died because of that plant. Taka comes and confirms. This is a deadly pathogen and he is now no cure. Hana heard that and panicked and ran back to find a way. That there is no cure. Despair piled up. Work, can't tell people to worry. So she decided to leave at night. To not infect an AI. She came face to face with a dinosaur. It knew she was about to die, so it didn't bother to attack. And Hana was really desperate. The next day, she let herself drift on a raft waiting for death. Put your name in the death register. And everyone at the base knew she left. But they only know that she is looking for a boyfriend. But didn't know she was sick. While Hana was waiting to die, a fish attacked and pulled her into the water. She let it drift, letting the fish bite her. Anyway, her death. Also drag along a monster to eliminate future disasters for everyone. But before it became breakfast, give her a fish and she will receive. Taka pulled up on the boat. Then he and Hari went to find her. She also said they should leave her alone. Because she has an infectious disease. Kassie tried to reassure her that they would find a cure. Hana's fear was interrupted by Haru's words. Because all three are drifting to an island. This is the island where Natsu started. They go up to the island. Taka felt the storm shaking. So they will stay here for a while. Hana feels guilty about herself, as well as blaming the two people for risking their lives to save a dying person like her. Taka said Ray the deep reason. Because I want to see her happy smile. Hari played a flute tune to calm Hana down. The rain has started to fall, but her illness didn't improve. Kassie looked at her struggling with the fever and was very worried. He began to deduce that salt might help her feel better. Because that kind of plant is far from the sea. There is a reason. Hari volunteered to go find her, leaving Taka to watch over Hana. A moment later she was better. Kassie also went out to find salt water. And when there is no AI left, work decision won't be a burden to anyone. She dragged her dying body to find a resting place. For myself. After a while she fell on a pile of animal bones. Her eyes were hazy. Then Mozu appeared. He said, Hana, if she wants to die, he will help her escape. She agreed, then Mozu started to strangle her. At the moment of death, she saw the picture Tamaki drew. And next to it is the message that Auto left for her. As if finding a reason to live, she refused. Also let go and leave. Hana checked again, and this was indeed a message from Otto. Right after that, Taka ran over and said he found a way to cure Hana. She was now filled with the will to survive. The next day Taka took Hana to a sea lake in the mountains. She didn't hesitate to jump down there. And when she returned, she was completely recovered. She told Taka and Haru that she was going to find a boyfriend. Two people know this, so they will help her. All three boarded the boat for the next journey. Hana cut hair to avoid it getting in the way when fighting. She has 10. Haru always cuts his hair, but he likes the old style better. Hana turned to invite Caca. But now he was paying attention to the dead fish. Perhaps they were affected by the volcanic eruption. The BA continued to move to Botton's shelter. I left a message for Natsu and Muzu team. Because of the thick dust these days, they cover up to a meter thick very quickly. We couldn't live here, so we had to move. And she told them to go to Kobe Fuji Mountain. Hana remembers Ra. Mozi might be the one she thought was the god of death. Taka decided they would go east. In Natsu's group, the rain still hasn't stopped. Alta is still sad because he thought Hana was dead. Even though Natsu took the topic to the table, then he isn't as interested as before. I went out and cried alone. Sai stepped out and kicked me. He gave some advice. In general, don't be sad anymore. Otherwise sadness will spread to others. Alta also smiled back at him. Both heard Natsu's voice. Natsu's clumsy nature is revealed again. How do you wash the rice pot that it goes all the way over there? Otto jumped into the pool to get the pot back. He was also more excited than before. While swimming back to Otto, discovered a statue right below them. And having a statue means having a basement. Asai eagerly opened the hatch. Alta stood waiting, looking around. Then he discovered a way. And they found a ship that scientists have left behind. In Hana group, she went to the village of Jian and IQ. Looks like fall. Also moved when covered by the Cho volcano. Hana left a message before leaving. And on the journey, Taka suggested that the two of them come over for a bit. He took out Fubuki's relic, his hat. At the ruined baseball field after the apocalypse, Taka threw the ball with all his might, as a tribute to a deceased friend. In Natsu group, all three take the boat to a lake or river. Please note, because the first episode of Natsu determined this isn't sea water, so I will call it lake. Bar prepares essential items before going. The night before departure, the group discussed where they would go. Asai is excited to travel everywhere. Natsu suggested they go back to see Botton first. Once they were sure her group was okay, they discussed where to go next. Asai and Alta both agree. Alta continued saying they needed to set some goals for this trip. For example, I think it will be in THREE weeks. We'll learn to sail. He advised the other two. Also set goals for yourself, to avoid feeling useless. That night, Natsu was still thinking. Asai come too. Although a bit stubborn, but he is quite understanding of people's hearts. He told her not to worry. Find your goals now. Take it easy. Don't be successful because of others, but see yourself as weak. The next day, Asai told Alta that he still had no goal. He will cling to Theo Alta to rely on him. I see that is also the goal. Natsu didn't say his goal. Then the ship named the Elephant, Ant, and Lion set sail. In a snowy mountain area, Hannah Group followed the footsteps and reached a vault. Later inside, BA met Isaac. They sat down and talked to each other. And according to this man named Sino. Then they split up with Gian and AQ. Because the girl in the group was a Khan slave and was pregnant. That those two do not like it. They have a grudge against those people. Brought them into this cruel world. Hannah asked about the Summer B team. Sino met them, and when he knew they were looking for Alta. Then this guy advised her to leave him because of this guy. Think Alta is having an affair with Natsu. Hannah does not believe so. Then all three were invited by Izayo to sleep over tonight. That night Haru kept hearing something, so he went looking for it. Suddenly he was attacked. Then Sino called Hannah and Taka to wake up. He took Haru Rai as hostage and demanded both deliver lifeboats. He wants to go scouting some places. Although quite angry, both still did it. Aziel also goes with both. Meanwhile, Haru is being guarded by the police. He also said Ray can make sound. He heard what sounded like machine noise. And Hannah Group, while climbing the boat, Gian and AQ attacked them and took their boat. Hannah could only look at Theo helplessly. She found me CA. Not knowing how to swim, immediately pulled him to shore. I also accept this guy has lived for 15 years and still can't swim. Easy AI has apologized for the rude actions of the two Kia people. On the other side, her group consists of THREE, people including her, and the last IQ is number 8. They followed the line somewhere. Back to Hannah Group. Then her group found a giant propeller. Inside there is a farm. I see it isn't like a normal farm. It's more like an evacuation bunker. The BA continued to a group of houses. They also entered this evacuation bunker. Computer testing time. She saw the profile of each area. Summer is the center block. Spring is the housing block. Autumn is the smoke of livestock. Winter is storage block. Both BA will start searching from the storage block. Hannah's group is still looking around. They found a dry corpse and a diary next to it. In the diary about this person's life. He is Mark. He is a belly puppeteer. And one person is, Takashi told Mark to act forever. He was then taken away with many others. Here he also met Maikai, an old co-star of his. He was then taken to an amusement park. Both have the opportunity to meet their group of friends again. Hino Flowing Star and visual artist Saru. All were recruited by Takashi. They just kept having fun without knowing the danger was coming. And then one night a shocking incident happened. And Kagami announced to everyone at the amusement park that a meteorite several hundred kilometers away fell to Earth. It hasn't stopped and it is still going on. People started to panic. At that time, AI was also in despair. Then the American singer sang to comfort them. Mark is also in the entertainment business. People gradually calmed down and adapted with life. And we also know that Takeshi is Hannah's father. But he took her to another safe area. Things don't seem to be going well. In the following days, BA on 4 storage numbers was submerged in seawater. Takashi's wife died trying to stop it. He was very sad that he couldn't die with his wife. Then because of insufficient food reserves, So people started to evacuate to another tunnel. So the label group left. On the trip, he always smiled and performed to help people relieve stress. And when arriving at the transfer station, Marks discovered a terrible truth. The people who were taken with him were all killed. Then they were put into the machine to be used as fertilizer. Mac angrily questioned Takashi. He said they had no choice. Those who are ineffective, forced to sacrifice for the rest. And that's why Takashi needs to act for life. And then he became a daily mass. Look at dead people. His spirit gradually collapsed. American writers do not know how to make a mark. Just reassure me. They just do their job well. Is to entertain everyone. Because Christmas is coming. So both of us will together make everyone happy. That happiness isn't seen yet. Then a strange disease appeared in animals. It can be transmitted to humans, so everyone is quarantined. Mark and America confide in each other. They both knew this would be the end of them. So both confessed their feelings to each other. And then the epidemic became more and more serious, and caused more deaths. Takashi gives the mission. The final for Mac isn't to any infected AI can. Back to the ground. You will be responsible for sealing the shelter. This again. Takashi has to go catch the fugitive minister. Meaning Mark will die here, but he still does it. The following days, Max discussed the plan with his friends. Maikai at this time she was also infected. Mark came and she told him to stay away from her. Lao came to hug her because he was also infected. Both of them did a blink before dying. Then she put on her performance costume. American gas singing and dragging the infected people along. She led them to the warehouse. Frozen, because this is the only place. Prevent infectious diseases. After all in. The eye responsible for closing the door. Maikai gave him a gentle look for the last time. His friend after closing all the doors. Then also drink suicide pills. Eyes are sealed with an X. Now I'm alone. He said goodbye to his friend for the last time. Then Max took the medicine and left. Finally Mark wished the finders. This diary don't hurt because of me. Because we lived life to the fullest until the end. At the end of the diary there is also a photo of Takashi and Hana. Not finished yet. Izayoi realized someone had opened the door to the cold storage room. That is the group of fraud. He quickly rushed over and told them to get out of there. Before getting infected. Time still like that, Isaac. No right to protect others. And her disdain will soon have consequences. After leaving the shelter, all three teams of Spring and Winter left here together. When they got out, they encountered a search party. And after hearing about the group's fraud, has entered the cold storage. Then the search team immediately pulled out their guns and shot. Isaac took a bullet from Cho Jian. The team then left to avoid contact with the pathogen. Isaac is dying now too. He told everything from poisoning everyone. But was Otto. Stop. And he thought this was his chance to redeem himself. As well as seeing myself helping the team a little. There was only one thing he regretted. That isn't waiting for Otto. Come back to tell me about the wonderful things out there. After saying that, Isaac also died. Then all decided to return to the Spring team base. Surprised to return home, the houses were destroyed. People are nowhere to be seen. Hannah is very worried. The full team said they should rest because the canoe was tired. Kassie split into teams to go find people, and into the woods to find shelter first. Back to Auto Group. Asai and his brother are teaching Natsu how to drive the ship. She almost hit the rock butt driving in the afternoon. Natsu finds out that Ray has someone drifting. Look closely, it is Haberi. All three pulled her up. Look closely, and you will see that Haberi looks a lot like Hotaru. Natsu changes clothes for her to avoid catching a cold. That night the ship shook violently. Haberi stood at the bow of the ship. Haberi said that Hotaru, in danger with others. The result is like that, when the Botan Sisters group is stuck in quicksand. Tendo ran to find help. And Spring Team Momotaro was helped by Summer Teamer. This IU girl helped him with food and treatment. However, Momotaro feels strange again, as she applied each wound. All kinds of different drugs. A moment later, a man with white hair on top of his head walked in. He mistook Momo for his younger brother. When Momo introduced herself from the Spring Team, he was surprised because he was a commoner. Momo felt something was wrong. That night he went out to check around. Can't hear the conversation between IU and Mod. Then they are no good. They only kept Momo for the boy. Test food for poison. Which medicine can be used or not? Feeling danger, Momo quickly ran away in the night. He ran until he met the white-haired brother this morning. He looks like he's losing his mind right now. Thinking Momo was his younger brother, he rushed over. The boy was also caught by IU. The next day the group cheated, found a suitable cave to stop. As for Hana, she went with Taka and Sino to patrol around. One of Taka's 3 wolves found Momo's shoes. Haru while looking for food. He also heard the echo of that AI and ran to find it. Haru ran to a place. There are many trees burned to charcoal. He tried tapping on it and it made a very awkward sound. In the group, she found out that Ramomo was being used as bait. Let the Summer Team catch the monster. These guys seem to be the ones who shot Isaac because they have guns. The bandits wanted revenge for Isaac, so they made a plan. Space to observe the structure of their house. Then it looks like they have a lot of experience. Look further and see a child flying a paraglider. District 8, go see where that kid flies to. And that kid listened to the music that Haru hit and come to you. The boy sat and listened for a while, then said it was going to rain. Before leaving. And late at night, the white-haired brother is Ra, and he is wandering around. Another long-haired guy named Blunt. Reminder appears. Out of luck about the tour guides assigned tasks for them. The Summer Team is considered the strongest team. They are trained to protect, manage, guide other teams and punish them if necessary. After many days of observing the Summer Team's activities, Taka will be responsible. Distract Johanna to save Momo. And number 8 do other things. Taka lit a fire to lure Urasui and Kun away. Hana took the opportunity to climb up from the rock carrier. And the boy named Gavo came to listen to Haru play music. Hana went inside and found Momo. But when she held the boy Ra, Jasui and Kun came back. Both of them aren't easily fooled by that trick. Hana wants to take Momo home. But the in-laws didn't care and decided to capture Momo again. At this moment, number 8 shouted from afar. He said he caught the rooster and asked for it. Exchange with Team Asanga. Yusui heard that and immediately attacked Hana. While Taka was creating smoke, white clouds appeared. They kept attacking his two wolves. So Takalao came to protect them. On Hana's side, she was arguing with her in-laws when something was flying towards her. All four rushed into the house to defend. Because it falls, Hana knows its characteristics well. It only chases things that move, which they think is bait. She then ran out to attract them. As for Taka, he was helped by the people from the summer team. They then brought the two wolves back for treatment. Hana thought this team was just a killer. But they help. The person I thought was a boy turned out to be a girl. The girl was caught by the thief. They need a hostage exchange plan. At this time, CA Slave had morning sickness again. Google immediately woke her up. When the police were better, Garvo immediately turned back to call for help. They just let her fly away in the summer team. Hana wants to go back to report to the fraud team about the lost guitar. But her in-laws didn't trust her and told her to leave Momo behind. Of course she couldn't let the boy stay with the one who used the boy as a prey. Cassie A spoke up, he will stay as a hostage. Anyway, my two wolves still can't go. Taka told Hana to rest assured because he could still take care of it. Google now. Fly back call tomorrow, prepare quickly. First aid kit and pulled him. Back to the cave. Hana and Momo also arrived. Dance with Gavo, then give first aid to the injured. He also checked the CA Slave. Because she woke up 3 years ago, so maybe. Peace of mind childbirth, because her body has adapted to the environment. After it's okay. Space, tell everyone to get ready to leave because the flock will come again. Hearing that, Google asked the fraud team to help the girl. Then Garvo told Jasui and Kun that they would both herd the herd. Fall out of the cave. And she and Hana will herd them to the coal pit. Because they use sonar to move. They will use the sound of the coal mine to attack back. Have planned, but the in-laws still haven't found a way to get them out. Number 8 in the dust appears. He suggested using smoke to lure the Ra spawners. He went scouting and there were 18 caves that fell. Based on the time they leave their caves to hunt. They will lure them out of the same gate. First is to smoke the gates in turn. When the floodfalls fly out, Garvo paraglided and lured them into the coal mine. There Harry started performing, causing the flood to fall and disrupt the formation. They fly around crashing into each other and killing themselves. A moment later the monitor lizards came out to clean up the rest. Haru and Garvo watched from above. Hana's group also came to check. And just by hearing the voice Haru already knows Sasui is the one who killed Izayoi. When the sun comes out, all enemy teams, winter, spring and summer, have gathered together. Hana discussed with Jian whether to agree. Please join live with Team A. Jian is quite worried because this gang has killed people. And they have weapons. Hana then stepped up to ask her in-laws. Ask why his team has guns. And Sao they call other teams civilians. Back to the BA at sea. Habiri has regained consciousness in the spring team area. What the girl said last night about Hotaru. Habiri said that her family is very old. Originated from the Heian period. She is the heiress of the main family. And Hotaru is her cousin. Both have the same feeling. From pain to joy. But it doesn't always feel that way. And for example, last night she felt Hotaru in danger. The following days, Habiri also had the opportunity to witness Natsu's clumsiness. She isn't like Asai or Alta. She criticized Natsu right to his face. She also said Natsu was too incompetent. Nothing to do but sorry. At this age, no different from children. Natsu is alive. Prepare things for me for her. Can develop disease at any time. Natsu just left, then Asai came to correct his attitude. Koichi is the young lady of Habiri. And only he is allowed to bully Natsu. So Habiri hit his black heart. He likes Natsu. Made him run down and scold Natsu. Back to the state of integration between teams. Hana's in-laws forced her to do some heavy work. Because of her climbing skills or knowledge. Useless for survival. He thought she was useless, so he only did manual labor. From cleaning manure to sawing wood. Haru also had to do it because his in-laws didn't want it. He is close to Gavo. While carrying wood, she saw her in-laws training Momo to climb. She found it too dangerous, and need additional support equipment such as spring mattress. I heard it, but I don't know what it is. With Gavo, Sino approached the girl. And paraglider upgrade guide to help it fly better. Because he has experience with this game. That afternoon the summer team met again. The in-laws were angry because they knew nothing about the new knowledge. Maybe they hibernated too early, making their knowledge obsolete. In-laws do not accept themselves. The strongest team is falling behind like this. Outside is Hana and Jian, preparing to build a house for Kano. Give birth. That night Haru secretly played music again. Gavo has arrived. You mentioned the warning. The in-laws should tell the girl. The girl said no one would know. Hearing that, Haru started playing music. So the next morning, Haru was punched by Ra for not listening to the warning. Gavo stood up and stopped him. Have no right to interfere with her decision. Speechless, Razui left to check the water source. The dry season is coming, so people only see swamps. And soon became barren. The group continued on to the next places. They stopped at a swamp to discuss their plan. Family vacation to build a reservoir. And Haru, while looking for things that can make sound. Suddenly he was attacked from behind. Hana finds out that Raharu hasn't returned. She told everyone. She looked at Sasuke's face very suspiciously. So ran to find Haru. Taka also went Theo. They ran around calling his name for a while. Both heard a sound near the swamp. Haru is sinking deep down. Hana quickly pulled him up. Hana then took the knife and went to find Ra to settle the score. Kun saw the knife and familiar. He also took out a knife like that. This is a government-issued knife. Hana said this is the knife her father gave her. The boy asked her father's name and was told it was Takashi. Surprisingly, he was also the one who coached the A-team last summer. He is a key member of Project 7. She brought the picture out to show them. So the in-laws got angry and called her father a monster. She was chosen without any training. Is it just because she is his daughter? The more you say, the in-laws were even angrier because of the pain he had gone through. In the past, in-law is one of the children selected for training, physical training, and the spirit to become a perfect person. Have the strength and knowledge needed to survive in any environment. The AI that fails will be eliminated. The in-laws at that time had a friend named Shigeru. He is a bit bad, so the whole family stood up to train him. to avoid being eliminated. Gradually, both of them made progress and they made a vow to each other. Will be one of the 7 chosen. The older they get, the more rigorous training they undergo. At that time, the in-laws met Kun. He is very cruel to children and adults. Just get infected and he will kill. Go out and join the in-laws. She went with 2 more of her friends. But one of the BA failed and was sent away. Google also often confides in the family. One time the coach washed the dirty tricks with Gavo. So his in-laws attacked him. As a result, he was punished in the Red Room. Actually, it is a piece of equipment used to chop up livestock. Fertilizer. Here, the in-laws discovered that Gavo's friend had been murdered. Take the anger out. In-laws do not tell the truth to anyone. He became more serious. To make people practice. In-laws never stop learning anything they can. From the structure of the toothbrush he uses, or to the structure of cement, brick, sand. The in-laws also gradually became more decisive. And the one who always supported him was Takashi. He reminded his in-laws to prepare for the final exam. And when I was 17, no test needed. The type of people in which the candidates have excluded themselves from each other. Someone modified the gun structure so that others will be injured when using it. Someone was playing tricks with the rope used for climbing. Cause more deaths. Besides, my friend Shigeru also gradually distanced from in-laws. As the days go by, the in-laws also get used to AIU. She calmly put poison in food. Poisoning Google. Things are slowly getting out of control. The in-laws returned to the dormitory and found a Japanese playing card. It was only now that he realized the test started long ago. Immediately an explosion occurred. Kun and Goro had predicted this. Should have left earlier. Gavo is also prepared. If you are unlucky, drag your friend along with you. Go to the warehouse to get equipment. When he finished, he gathered with everyone. The whole school was burned down. Take out the card and see. This could be a sign. Japanese cards representing 12 months. These are the 12 directions that will help Rei move. Shigeru and Yasui go in the same direction. But for something, his face is always very sour. And Yasui also gradually realized Rei. The test only ends when there are 7 survivors left. One by one die. Either by nature or by animal attacks. And there is also the matter of them killing each other. The test just kept going on and on. One day Yasui and Shigeru found Gavo sitting in front of the bodies of his 2 friends. Just crushed to death by a rock. She screamed in pain in despair. Her in-laws told her to calm down. He told her the truth about the ending of the eliminated person. All were drunk to death and turned into fertilizer. Now they need to unite to get through this. But Google left alone. Shigeru has been showing his cards since the beginning. You thought the in-laws knew the truth but didn't tell him. He thinks his in-laws don't consider him a friend. And he doesn't want to rely on in-laws to be one of the 7 chosen. Shigeru also ran away, leaving Rasui alone. And slowly the 17 chosen ones emerged. Kun versus Takeshi. Goro must kill the animal he raises. Sucking is helpless because it can't save AI. AIU is literally the one player. The in-laws are still mourning the passing of their friend. Takashi approaches him. He said there are only 2 more slots to fill the 7-man squad. But now you. Kun and Shigeru. Jusui intends to kill Kun, but unfortunately the leaders wanted to keep Kun, so Jusui or Shigeru will die. He then left saying Cho Shigeru. His son is making a fire right now. At this moment, a survivor came to him. Yukai came tonight while Yasui was looking at the map. Yukai used the monster code to signal for help, because of Shigeru is injured. Yasui ran over without a doubt. Then you find out this is a trap. Upon arrival, Yukai pushed him into a hole. Shigeru finds this going too far. Ran out to stop, but Kai pointed a gun at him. Shigeru has only one choice. Now kill Rei. Shigeru tried to explain the truth to Yuka, but he didn't listen and forced him to do it immediately. Siyu appeared to save Shigeru. While running, he was shot in the leg. You ran down the cave, where the in-laws are also injured. Turns out the in-laws are a goat herders. He scolded Shigeru on the surface, but inside very happy. When he came here, Kun also came down to help both of them. He said the Yukai had frozen to death in the woods. Now isn't the time to pay each other. They need to get out of here. When they were about to climb, they discovered the rope was cut off by that AI. Maybe Takashi forced them to choose. Shigeru promises to help Sasuke move up. He will help you go to the future. All BA started to climb up by rope, and Shigeru pulled Ra up. But while going up, his injured leg was bleeding profusely. And then he couldn't hold on any longer and fell down. The in-laws tried to hold the rope back, but Shigeru has made a decision for himself. He cut the rope himself to give the opportunity to his in-laws. The stick pulled him up with a 7-god face. Then the last 7 survivors gathered together. Coaches come to congratulate. All passed the test. But now no one wants to go anymore. He hit Google and told everyone to get ready for the hibernation chamber. And when they wake up, first thing, what they did was pull out a gun and kill the coach. Back to present. The guy mentioned someone who also played a role. Another key is CA Wedge. Hana only remembers playing with her brother and father when she was little, but she also does not remember them clearly. And the in-laws are more angry than ever. Team Asuma then leave. Hana also returned to camp. People also gradually distanced themselves from her. She checked backpack. See if Dad left anything for me. Jiang also came to ask questions, but Hana really doesn't know anything. She only knew that her father was a civil servant, and Mom is just a housewife. The following days, Hana had to bear the sins her father caused. She was forced to dig a deep hole. She had to dig until dark and her hands and feet bled. She doesn't even have her own time. And the in-laws were always watching her with a hateful look. The sun is getting hotter. Hana told Haru she was leaving. Stay here, and you might get killed. Taka offered to go with her. Parents' sins shouldn't be borne by their children. And he thought her father did this for a reason. Haru will go with her too. He will go back and ask if anyone wants to come along. And when she returned home, her in-laws attacked her. He began to strip her of her clothes. If you want to blame your father. Hana desperately calls for auto help. Luckily IIU felt something was suspicious, so followed up. Out of the picture these days. She came to stop him. Hana then quickly ran away. She hid in the woods and cried out Alta's name. And the brother is now trying to figure out how to handle it. Ship stuck under the rocks. And no more clumsy AI. No more clumsy AI in the group can do it outside. Natsu. Otto saw a bamboo basket floating, so he swam to get it. While waiting, Asai. Don't worry, Chohatoru is in danger, Sao. The girl said her only mission was to protect that land. Whatever happens in the future. She just didn't expect they would send Hotaru here too. Pon from the lake shore. Called in because the place they were staying was near the village of the robbers. All four come check. Then it is still buried with Chotan. Everyone split up to check around. And Natsu found the letter that Hana sent to Alta. Her mood this time is a mixture of anxiety and insecurity. She didn't know if she should give it to the Alpha. She really wants to see Alpha happy and meet the one you love. Though part of her was in pain. When to give it to him? Asai discovered the letter. After some suspicious behavior from Natsu. He knows she likes Alta. And Rei should have said it from the beginning. But Asai still advised Natsu to give this to Alta. Asai also didn't forget to add that. Looks like Natsu made some mistake. She thinks she likes Otto because he treats her well. But if he was nice to her, then she also passed him. Natsu ignored him after hearing that. See guys, I said first impressions are very important. Who would like someone touching your butt as soon as they meet you? The two then meet Moru and Tendo again. Tendo cried and told Natsu. Then she led everyone to the place where the Botan sister group was. Is stuck. The group is stuck in a place like a building. While Asai is arguing with Alta about who AI is. Went down first, Moru had tied a rope to a tree. And let Natsu down because she is the lightest. She found people buried under the sand. Although she is clumsy, she still tries her best to save everyone. She cried so much while working that she forgot about Hana's letter. Everyone was then saved. Mudu was surprised that the group was stuck there. Without any signs of fatigue or hunger. He checked and found out that what caught them was honey. Looks like insect secretion. It has a huge amount of sugar. It seems to be transferred directly to them. She then went to take a bath because her body was covered with meat. Hatoru is happy to see Habiri, but she isn't. Then when Sister Botan went to take a bath, Asai rushed in to have a chat with her. Of course I will give it to him. Dare to take responsibility when she was pregnant. When you think carefully, come see me. She also told the girls to prepare mentally. When making love. Because they will have to exchange their whole life. To give birth to a child in this world. Mozu sees that you have a lot of experience. Sister Botan also confessed that she was pregnant and married. But everything changed because of a traffic accident. The baby died but the sister lived. She and her husband gradually had conflicts and eventually divorced. He remarried and she came here. Whatever happens, I hope he is happy. New wife. That night, many fireflies appeared flying everywhere. It's like a festival that makes Botan want to dance a few songs. Mozu and Tamaki then played the flute and drum together. Everyone danced and had fun together. A calm before the storm of the future. That night when alone with her, Natsu hesitantly asked WH. She wants her ex-husband to be happy with the new woman. She said she wished the person she loved would be happy. Is a matter of course. Better than being happy. But the one I love is suffering. Natsu seemed to understand his heart. And Sister Botan has compliments for her. When she first met her, she didn't even dare to look at her face. But now it seems she has grown up. After the trip. Final, Natsu went to Alta and gave Hana's letter to Alta. I don't know how my brother reacted. Then we returned to Hana's situation. She is still in shock after the incident. I am CA light enough to recognize Ray. He told her they would leave tonight. No need to wait until tomorrow. Only a few people go. That afternoon she prepared to leave in silence. Can't go because I have to take care of Kona, who is about to give birth. Before leaving she told number 8. And the big brother in the full team. Must protect the girls in the team. Then she turned back to prepare for the next surprise Kun came. He told her to get ready, because they were going into the cave. Find water source. Then she and the other teams went into the cave. She went to Theo just to get water for the full team. Go deep into the team to a cliff. Has a height according to Kun's calculation of 1067 meters. He said they would go down and find Hana. Get ready. The guy mentioned before that there are people in the security team. Roll of death. She also doesn't know who that person is. Because Takashi just told her that. It seems that person is taking responsibility. Solve any AI. Mentioning the god of death, Hana remembers Muzu. When ready. Kun go down first. Then he will signal to Hana. Give her some first aid supplies and Gion also gives them to Hana. Battery for protection. Hana then went down, and the boy was the last one to go Theo. When done Taka and the waiting room above. And the in-laws have separated from the team, and gone somewhere. Still below. Kun asked Hana. Do you want to hear the truth about your father? On Haru's side, he taught Chogavo how to play the flute. When the workout is over, Haru told Chogavo, you will leave here tonight. Hana doesn't want to get involved with Yasui, and he supports her a lot. This means today is the last day. Both can play music together. Gavo pondered for a while, then invited. Haru goes paragliding with her. Before Haru could answer, the girl pulled him up high. The sun gradually sets, making room for the stars. However, both of them still imagine the city scene. At night day, old. Then Haru also asked Gavo to leave with him. Back in the cave. Kun said. Takashi was the one who taught him how to fight. As well as survival. Kun said honestly he also likes him. They then came to another cliff. This time Kun let Hana go first. Taka sat with Goro. He watched him play with the dog. Then asked if he ever did anything to the wolf he raised. He had to kill his tiger himself. After it got rabies, Taka had to fight the wolf. Because it was badly injured. Goro asked him again if he regretted it. He has. He doesn't know if that's what it really wants. Maybe she will hate him. ICA think the opposite. Maybe the tiger will thank him for freeing it. We can't be sure what pets think. So the answer will come from the feelings themselves. Anyway, the tiger looked at him one last time. It will be happy. Even for a moment. Goro actually cried when he heard Taka's confession. And Hana, she is gradually swinging down the rope. Then Kun cut the rope like before. Her father cut his rope. Made her fall into the river. Both of them then left, Meanwhile, Haru and Garvo have reunited with Taka. Just in time, Kun and the guy came back. They talk. Hana fell into the gutter as if nothing strange happened. This made Taka very upset. He then prepared his things and went down to find Hana. Goro also gave him a hand. Garvo ran to find her and they went back to where she fell. But called forever but got no answer, and Hana. She woke up after hearing the sound of running water. Follow the area and find a river. Then treat the wound and think of what to do. Get out of this whirlpool. She was sitting thinking when she took out Shara's photo. She remembered Ra on her last summer vacation. Her whole family went to Sado to have fun. Her father took her to meet an old woman in a large mansion. And then he said, If anything happens to him and your mother, come here. She remembered father telling her what to do when she got here. Then she heard Haru's flute calling her. Haru called but they didn't hear. So she carved words on a boomerang and threw it up. With his superior vision, Haru soon recognized that sound. Garvo quickly found it. And Hana wrote below with water that makes people very happy. Haru then continued to blow the flute to signal that they have received it. Hana then continued to follow the sound of the flute. What a shame she met her family again. Well then, take this opportunity. Then he solved her right here. He pushed her straight into the whirlpool river. She tried to use the knife to cling to the rock and shouted for help. Just then Taka's group arrived. They saw she was in danger, so they quickly went down there. Garvo went down first and Taka followed. No, there is no escape. Hana tells the story of Kun and his in-laws trying to kill her. And the swamp incident that killed Haru. Also because of them. After saying that, she slipped her hand and was caught in the whirlpool. Goro quickly tied the rope around himself and rushed down to find her. But after a while he didn't see Hana anywhere. At this point Taka was almost out of control. All this time he has been patient, so that people can live in peace. But also because of the character, his weakness led to Hana's death. Like a drop of water overflowing, Kasie angrily went to find Kun. He pushed him against the wall. In-laws took out guns and threatened us. To him those things are nothing more than toys. He quickly threw a rock. Always destroy the gun handle of the in-laws. Until now, these two still think that their work is right. Because of the existence of Hana is a disturbance to the peaceful life of the teams. So killing Hana was a given. Both think Team A is superior and has the power to decide the life of any AI. The in-laws even took out knives to fight. I said guns are nothing to me, CA. Google then exposed the crime of the in-laws and Kun when trying to kill Hana. Hey, I love also said more. His attempt to rape her. Make people gradually despise. I'm crazy about CA. I want to kill him to finish it. But if it is Hana, then she won't do that. Because she doesn't want to become a cold-blooded bunch like them. When people calm down. Number 8 suggests that everyone start voting on the plan. Deal with criminals. Both of these guys are guilty of rape and assault. Intentional injury. And the biggest crime that the full team. Never forget to kill Easy Hoy. He gave IA the punishment of exile for both of them. AI objected, then just give Tay and all agree to chase them away. The angry in-laws called their team to leave. But MOTH refused. Because he had to take care of the baby girl, who was about to give birth. Goro also stayed behind because he had many livestock to take care of. Who loves also does not go. As for Gavo, he will definitely go back to Haru. Boys do not go. She just did her role. Is to help other teams. And then only Kun and Yasui left. Everyone is very calm, as they all mourned Hana's death. Taka also decided to leave him because he believed that Hana, still alive. In the following days, Jian continued to work on the dam. Taka went back to the water. Squeeze to leave a piece of yourself. If it drifts to the shore, I hope Hana finds it. I also met you getting water recently. He also thanked her for saving Hana from being humiliated. She just said she simply hates scum. Self-righteous like Ray. And besides, she had a grudge against him from before. Taka then helped you get water. The two also hunted an animal that was drinking water nearby. If available, CA also introduces. Give IU some living creatures near the dry ground. Delicious. IU is very interested in Taka's 15 years of life knowledge. So asked him to teach her. When both return, Jian and Tri are arguing about the plan. Water solution. The time wanted to build a water pipeline while the boy was away. Want to build a reservoir. The two were arguing fiercely when the big brother said, don't they build houses near water sources? For convenience. It was convenient, so we both approved it. People start construction work. Haru kept thinking about Hana while working. He cried because he couldn't help Chohana. In time of emergency, every time he thinks about her death he cries. Gavo went to calm him down. Two guys left. Our prisoners are hunting right now. But for the arm, Ra was injured so he couldn't hunt anything. Kun still hunts easily. At night the two sat down to talk. Ra's real in-laws didn't try to harm Hana. He just wanted her to experience despair. Like he had experienced. But because anger has really overwhelmed reason. So he did that. Kun still did the right thing. The mission is to eliminate hazards for the teams. He also told Ari to think more. If you play stupid like this again, then Kun will leave him alone too. Kun then patrolled around. And the in-laws began to regret what they had done. Now he has everyone turning against him. The next day Taka started teaching Choei Ayu about creatures. When I met Haru, then ran to inform him that he was leaving. When the house for the dry season is finished, I will go find the rest of the spring team. If people forget, then we wouldn't have met him. Sonomata. And Taka believes that Hana is still alive, so he will go find her. Dead must find body. I will write back regularly, so don't worry. Who should I go with? Because she also wants to learn about the world and explore. All the plants in the world. Not long after the house for the dry season completed and everyone has moved in. And Taka and IU also start their journey. Now Death has really appeared. He was assigned by Takashi to supervise Team A. If he determines they are likely to fail, then I will eliminate the whole team. Besides, Takashi also said, if Team A kills the guide, if Mozu harms Hana, he will have to take action. However, after observing, Mizu sees the kids of Team A has developed in many different directions. Gavo learned to laugh. Goro knows how to take care of animals. He expected him to take care of the baby. Have a good birth. The question is, why doesn't the guy go with Rashui? And Kun was the one who left. Mizu needs to observe these two more. Kun and his in-laws. After many days of traveling, the two found the ship. Elephant, ant, and lion. The ship looked very new, so both suspected it was a trap. They started to look around. Firstly, they see Asai and Natsu practicing dancing for the upcoming performance. Walking around, they saw Tamaki drawing. And Tendo is playing. Lake view. They saw Hotaru and Botan diving for supplies. He said this was a trap just for him. His in-laws said he doesn't like children. We dived out of the lake and brought some things with us that you salvaged. After a while observing both, determined this could be the Summer B team. They think this team was born to fight against Team Av, so both need to observe more. Unexpectedly, Tendo-san sliding rushed to both. They saved her in time before she fell onto the stone pile. She looked over and the child was copying, was thrilled to catch two handsome guys. She then brought both of them back for everyone. Both have hidden past. So just say that you are on Team Buy Down. And get lost with the rest. Sister Botan wants to find it. Ra with a stiff face told them not to look. Then Hotaru said it was time for activities. So I also ran to get soap. All then stood around a gushing whirlpool. Both sides began to evaluate the members of Team B. Miss Botan needs to be most careful because she is very strong inside. Our pond is very much like an athlete. And the super clumsy girl Natsu. They thought she did it on purpose. To hide true power. When Team B finished bathing, Ra in-law asked if they were related to Takashi. But Asai interrupted because the tide was out. Everyone got on the boat to catch crabs. When both left, Botan sensed they were keeping their distance. Still Tendo, tell Natsu to pick a guy, because Alta already has a girlfriend. So she needs to find a new landing place. And Natsu, then it is unimaginable that anyone could like her. Then people started catching crabs. Almost wrong, was attacked by a strange creature, then Kun helped him. After a while he also said Auto. These two guys look like they are very good at fighting. And need to be careful. But Auto doesn't want them to treat others unfair as Autumn team. Auto decided to trust these two people. That night everyone ate together. Late at night, Jia in-law and Kun review the situation of Team B in the summer. These people seem unprepared for danger. Both are available. Because the guy once said death is on Team B. So don't lose your guard. That night, as usual, Kun went on patrol. And Ra slowly sleepwalked to find Shigeru. That guy is still a worry. That Ray cannot get rid of. The next day, Asai came to both of them with a notice. Coming Culture Friday. Because Auto has set rules every day of the week. Will be a show of individual talent. Living with a plan will help them be more stable. Then Asai asked both of them to help set up the stage. Dun Razui continued to observe. Then see they live too carefree. No one seems worried. He saw Natsu cleaning the ship, so he went up to help. She found this guy also kind. At least she doesn't know his past yet. Asai still acts like a cow while observing from afar. I hasn't given up on commanding others yet. It's best that both of you don't affect Team B. Otherwise he will deal with them. The cultural feast has arrived. Asai and Natsu together dance the two have been practicing. While AI is also laughing, Rasui looked at it very seriously. Makes Natsu feel shy. Kun told him to throw his brain away and see the peace and joy of Team B. Just like that, every day passes. And part 1 of the anime ends here. There is still part 2, you can find it. And now goodbye.